This bout proudly brought to you by Punch Equipment. It's for the CMT 66 kilogram title. Please help me welcome, first of all, fighting out of the blue corner. Please make some noise all the way from New Zealand, Callum Nadin-Mason.
Well, you've got to live up to your fight name, Hammer. If you're going to call yourself Schizo,
and,
you better bring it.
I tell you, from the House of Pain, with the big chief, the Shepster, Ethan Shep, tells me, talked this guy up, said he'll put him in against pretty much anyone, and certainly tonight he will be stepping up against a tough opponent. But Callum, have a look what he's got to offer. Big raps, he steps into the cage all the way from NZ.
Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, Branton Termine.
And this kid was very impressive last time we saw him at CMT. Well put together, much in the same vein of someone you're going to see very shortly in Matty Bune. We just really like Branton Termine, and I know that's not the most exciting way to introduce a fighter, Hammer, but easy to watch, puts his shots together nicely, and this is going to be a trans-Tasman battle for the ages, this one. Here comes the Vanilla Killer.
Vanilla Killer, love it.
Seems to have put on a bit of size, I reckon, since we last saw him out. Confident, positive. Got all the hallmarks of a real future champion, this kid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. CMT 66 kilogram title on the line, proudly brought to you by Punch Equipment. This bout will be contested over 5 3-minute rounds, 66 kilogram division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, with a 15-fight, 14-win record, 8 by way of a knockout. He stands 177 centimeters tall, weighing in at 66 kilograms even. Trained out of the House of Pain in New Zealand, ladies and gentlemen, Callum Nadin-Mason. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, with a 12-fight, 11-win record, 8 wins by way of a knockout. He stands 175 centimeters tall, weighing in at 65.7 kilograms. Trained out of the Cobra box and representing Australia, ladies and gentlemen, Branton Vanilla Killer Termine.
Branton Termine from Australia.
Final instructions from the man in the middle, Wayne Mee.
And Callum Nadin-Mason of New Zealand for the CMT title at 66 kilos.
Australia versus NZ. And a quick shout out to Matty Toa over in New Zealand. Happy birthday, Matt. It's your birthday today. We're celebrating. We thought we'd put on a show for your birthday. And also Jason Suddy and all the boys as well, Victoria Nance and all the Kiwis watching. Big hello to everybody as they open up.
Started
explosive. And the Schizo gets caught.
And Termine pushes forward, and I tell you what, he hit the ground after a strike. And somehow we're back.
He's back. He's tough as nails.
Fighting. Termine from Australia, the redhead, has opened up like a house on fire, and the Schizo doesn't like it.
Schizo is straight back in. Gets pinged. 1, 2, 3. Clinch up. Survival mode now in the clinch. That's where you want to be when you get a big headshot. Locking down, knee into the body.
I know it's
preservation of the jawline and the head.
I know it's early, Hammer, but I haven't seen much lateral movement at all in this one, particularly from the Schizo.
Battering rams, just demolition. Gumdale demolition there in the background. Well, this is exactly what they do to buildings. Just smash them down.
Trevor, put the Schizo to work on a job site. Don't worry about that.
Give him a sledgehammer and let him go.
Termine seems the more deliberate of the two, picking his shots. He's been defensively pretty good in the early stages, but in these small gloves, it could go either way.
There's a title on the line, and they're certainly fighting like there is a title on the line.
Someone needs to tell them they got another 14 minutes to go.
There's no filling out process. What is that?
The straight right hand from Termine is the button, and there it is!
And he's straight back up like a jack in the box.
How is that not a knockdown?
Just have a look at him. Oh, uppercuts to hooks. Termine, beautiful execution of handwork from the Aussie.
Wow. Termine, turn and dump, and the Schizo knows he's in a fight. He can't just washing machine his way out of at this stage, I think.
I'll tell you what. Just throwing.
Wow.
Reckless abandonment.
Thanks, New Zealand. This kid is intense.
Something's hit him in the eye.
I know we'll see it on replay, Hammer, but that to me looked clear as day. A knockdown. I have the utmost respect for Wayne Mead, and he's a fantastic ref. I'm not calling him into disrepute.
Yeah, but you're just wondering whether it was a shot or
someone
a
gets
gouge.
smashed in the face and hits the deck.
Well, we saw it earlier where the shot was in claimed to be an eye poke, but the fighter had said it was you got hit in the eye, so you don't know if it was a thumb in the eye or it was a clean shot on the knuckle.
To our guys in the trunk, if you've got the time, I'd like to see that piece of footage as well, and I'm sure the folks at home would. Hello to everyone in New Zealand. Hi to Kevin Dick, our very good friend.
Should have been here, Kev.
Should have done something, Kev. Not like Kev to leave his mates in the lurch. No, he's a good boy. Good boy. Plenty of time for him. Miss you at the Mermaid Tab, just up the road.
His eyes in a bit of bother, but not sure if it's as a result of a right hand, right knuckle or right thumb.
There's something in there.
Having a chat now with the team.
I get the feeling this may be close to being either called off or might finish soon, to be honest. No one looks 100%. Ethan Shep
saying you've got time, so, and he's an experienced cornerman, of course, the Shepster. Of course, the big boss of the Knees of Fury franchise. Knees of Fury, the biggest show in Adelaide, and the best, and one of the longest standing shows in the country. Knees of Fury.
Fights on there.
Absolutely.
Some of the Slawinski fights. The technician Kim Johnson.
Huge fights, Knees of Fury, and that Knees of Fury. The Fury is also in New Zealand now. So Ethan Shep is the man behind the brand.
Yeah, it does well.
Now the House of Pain is producing some absolute stellar fighters. Schizo giving it a shake-up and living up to his name.
Let's talk about the kid that was just on screen, Branton Termine, and I don't want to put the mocker on him.
Nah.
He's another young prospect we're seeing come out.
Yes, and, you know, just what a well put together fighter he is. And as you said before, Bex, yeah, we have seen him before, called him before, and we're equally as impressed. And I think, you know, Muay Thai is certainly in good shape when you look at these young guys just having so much skill and fighting so well.
At what stage, Hammer, does this start, or the other? At what stage does this start to work into one or the other fighter's hands, in the sense that, you know, Termine was on a roll there. He starts to settle down, but then on the other case, if you're the psycho, that the adrenaline's gone out of the occasion, you're starting to realise you're a bit sore. You've been caught with some good shots.
Termine if I was in his corner, I'd be telling him to keep moving because he's standing flat. He's not cooled down totally. There's a few minutes now. You know, just keep movement, keep your blood flowing, so he's not starting cold, so to speak.
Yeah.
In turn, you've got obviously Callum Schizo there with the injury, so he's got to be really calm and composed. So as soon as this recommences, if I was Termine, I'd just jump on him straight away because it's going to take him a moment just to get his composure and balance and vision.
Right now, all he's focusing on is how much pain he's in. You know, I spend all these nights asking you questions. I got another question for you. If you've got to be with a doctor for that long,
yeah,
you fit to fight?
Yeah, I'll cut it straight away.
Yeah, look, I think it's up to the fighter in the corner to make the decision. The doctors can sometimes
look at the face on him. He doesn't look like he wants to get back out there. I mean, you know what I mean? If we spend this, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're worried that perhaps he's got a scratch on his retina. The way the doctor's gesturing there's obviously a little bit of concern about the eye and the injury. And no fight is worth you know, having some sort of visual impairment long-term for.
No, and it's hard to tell with the psycho because he came in with that psycho, with the schizo face on. He was really focused. You know, he looked cranky when he walked in.
He's cheated himself up a treat.
And now he's
just.
So he looked like he had something in his eye when he came in.
No, he's pumped and he's amped. The doctor needs to obviously have a duty of care. on the fighter and make sure that everything is above board. Shepster's happy for him to go on.
We're ready to
He's
go.
happy for him to go on.
I was going to say, too, there's not too many better trainers for judgment like that than Ethan Shep as well.
Yes, they'll make the right call, but maybe now it's going to be just what he needs to settle.
And Termine has taken a page out of the Mark Hammer Castanini playbook and gone straight back to work, but so has the Schizo.
It's picked up where they left up from now.
Big
crossing elbow.
Crossing elbow. He lined that up perfectly, Termine. The thing I've noticed, Hammer, is on the way in, he's got his eyes open and he's breathing.
Yeah.
He's lining his counters up beautifully.
He's locking down. Clever tactics from Callum.
They don't want to touch gloves.
At least he's got a nice close guard. Step up side kick there, Termine.
Such a variety of technique
Big shots.
He shows. He pushes forward.
Into the body lock he goes. Locks down. Termine now throwing the body lock on because he knows the referee's going to break him, because he wants to stand back and be able to throw the clean shots. As the Schizo's just bringing it forward and turning it into a brawl, definitely.
If you've got a guy coming at you at that pace consistently with no angle, it must make it easier if you're a composed fighter to just stand back and go, all right, I'll tag you now.
Just giving himself room to get the shots away. There it is.
The end of round one after
End
2.5
of the
hours. There we go.
Longest round of all time.
Well, let's try and look through some of these highlights. I'm hoping we'll look down at that flash knockdown that was not called as well. If we don't, I'll stop banging on about it, I promise, folks. But there's the Schizo. He's had an eventful 3.5 minutes, Hammer.
Yes, he's been in the wars, as they say.
But he looks like he is that dangerous fighter that any one thing, and Chris Wells is similar.
Yeah,
he throws shots that can take people out.
Yeah, Chris Wells has got probably a bit more dimension in angles, whereas you're talking just raw, in-your-face throwdown with the Schizo. He's not just all pressure all day long.
I think with the Schizo,
barraging forward with punches.
And I mean it with the greatest respect, because he's doing really well. If it's a fight at the pub, he wins every one. You know what I mean? Because he's tough as nails.
Not that we're advocating fighting at pubs, Bex.
No. If it's a figurative.
This is a verbal stoush.
We're the least violent people in the world outside the ring.
Have a look at him there, though, Termine, just composed.
Nice and relaxed, the Aussie on screen.
Vanilla Killer Termine from the corporate box gym in the Valley.
I always say beware the man with no tattoos and a comical fight name. Because there's nothing to prove. How many times have you gone to a fight show and someone's covered head to toes and bald in tats, and then some bloke who looks like Branton Termine comes out and pastes them? Happens all the time. He's like, what do you want to call me? Call me the Vanilla Killer. I don't need to intimidate anyone. What are you saying to him here, Hammer? You're one of the most experienced coaches in the country.
I think he's just got to work on the angles and not, if he's going to engage, it's got to be on his terms rather than just standing there swinging. So,
be smart is the call from Hammer.
Yeah, just keeping distance. And when he comes up, he's doing the right thing. Lock him up, shut down the wild shots, get out, control the distance again.
Round 2 of this one, folks. The CMT title at 66 kilos. I'll get the credits out quickly because it opened up like a house on fire. Branton Termine, the Australian, the redhead, and the Schizo. Callum Nadin-Mason from New Zealand with the blue. Mark the Hammer Castanini seeing some stuff early.
Again, Schizo now throwing, bowling. Geez, straight punches are not in his forte thus far.
But they are working the odd hook, and Termine wants to be careful. Either tie him up or move laterally is the call.
Definitely shut him down when possible.
Works well in the clinch because he seems to elbow better than his New Zealand compatriot as well.
Step through, big chopping low kick, and Ethan Shep calling for that. He said on the end of your... Oh, head kick!
Termine pushes forward. I reckon we'll see that again. Worked well. Stands tall as the Aussie and stands out of range nicely. Starting to blow a little heavier. He wants to pull his guard in.
Spinning heel kick.
You finally got one.
You
finally got one.
Made one. I'll go back to Melbourne a happy man.
When I was a kid, I used to rewind Under Siege and pause the bit where she jumped out of the cave. That's your equivalent, I think. Spinning heel kick.
I don't mind a bit of cake jumping out of, though. Oh, step down, step through elbow Termine. Schizo now. He's got more angles than an architect. throwing him out at all levels.
Buy him a protractor. He's moving well, the Vanilla Killer. The Schizo, like his fight name, and I said he had to live up to it, he's still coming forward.
Just absorbing huge amount of punishment.
He's tough, he's well put together, and he's a pest.
Maybe too tough for his own good. Bang goes the
Huge
clubbing right
hand.
hand. Have a look at that for rolling right.
Right.
And Termine just, his head just spun around for a moment. A lesser fighter would have folded.
Yeah, I'm on the ground if that happens, and this is at 66 kg. For the
Needs to
CMT title, we've still got 3 rounds of this to go, Hammer.
Needs to keep the left hand and the left shoulder up, Termine. Schizo, as unorthodox as you like. Unpredictable. Again, the spinning heel kick. Beautifully done.
2-in-1
Love
round,
it.
goes to the body, Termine. He has such variety of technique that it's really difficult to defend against him. So the Schizo, I guess, has the best way to defend, and that is to come forward and attack. Closing with 30 seconds to go as the Aussie. You'd think he's got this round in the bag. A big right hand.
Just wears the punch and
The
throws.
Schizo just spits out a tooth and keeps coming.
Oh, this man is just on a mission.
He's a tank. And Termine picking him apart at will at this stage. Beautiful left hook. Hands a little low on Termine. You want to keep them up. The call from Mark the Hammer Castanini. With 5 to go in the round for the championship.
Up to the head he goes. Whoa!
Well,
what
Hammer,
a round.
Now we've got some stuff to talk about. Not 1, but 2 spinning heel kicks. In the
I'm just exhausted looking at that round. Let me tell
do you
you.
need a cigar?
Let me just take a moment.
Look, I got to say, tough as Teague the Kiwi, but that Aussie kid right there, wow. I just love the variety of technique.
Yeah, Branton Termine just, variety of technique, good structured combinations as well. Beautifully done, well trained, well put together.
The
corporate
psycho
box
there.
team, but you look at Callum Schizo Nadin-Mason, and you know when you're standing in front of him, you're in a fight. That's for sure.
He just doesn't go away. And he's not, I don't think he's reckless. I think he's unconventional.
Yes,
Like
he's
he's
got his own style.
He's not tucking his head and swinging.
Plays
overhand.
by his own rules.
Yeah.
Dances to the beat of his own drum.
And you can see why then his coach, Ethan Shep, is such a big fan.
Yeah, Ethan said he's tough. May not be the prettiest, but he's tough.
You name it.
A little bit like me, not pretty at all. A little bit tough, a little bit durable.
You get on your own little piece of CMT.
That's what you want.
Memorabilia.
I'm neither of those things, I'll be honest. I'm more custody at this point in my life / career. Okay, so I put you over into Ethan Shep's brain. What are you saying there to the Schizo?
Stop getting in the head. I don't know. It's just lost for words.
That's what he's saying,
That's
right
the
there.
same.
Stop getting in the head.
Stop getting in this long term. You don't want to be doing that. But he just needs to just slow himself down a little, because he's got power and he's got opportunity, but he can't. He's rushing himself, and because he's rushing himself, it's making him miss. It just needs to settle,
Yeah,
settle a bit. But
very
I
taxing way to do
don't
things.
think that's even a possibility for him. I think that's just his fight style. He likes to mix it up. And he's either in a fight, he's either winning, knocking out the person, or getting caught himself.
Can the Schizo change the cut of his jib? We will find out. It doesn't look it as Termine looks to open the old letterbox on the top of the head.
Yeah, Termine trying to control distance. And when Schizo gets into that dangerous range, he shuts him down by throwing the clinch on him.
This is a great angle here because you can see the awareness as he's talking about. You're talking about.
Oh, look at that. Was it low? Was it high? Went high. And again, one of my favourites, push kick up high to the face.
Tries to open up with the elbow there again. I love the way he goes inside, outside Termine, but he doesn't stay around for longer than he needs to.
There's natural ability and there's natural sort of
it's awareness.
movement and awareness that fighters either have or they don't. And Termine has it. It's somehow a bit of a gift that you have.
And true to form, the Schizo is still going. And
Schizo's got a gift. You can teach technique, but you can't teach heart. And this guy's got a load of heart.
And enough technique to see a decent career as he cops a little bit of leather and a beautiful elbow from the Aussie pressing forward. Right. What's it going to take to stop this Kiwi punching machine?
Well, he's just biting down on that mouth guard and giving it his all.
I know we're only halfway through the fight, Hammer, but can you imagine the pace of the Schizo with 30 seconds to go in the fifth in a championship fight?
Yeah. You're not going to get out of a fight without a bump and a bruise from when you're matching up against a Schizo. He's just making it a brawl all day long, and we're loving it.
Tying up,
look at that, locking the head down hard and drilling the knees.
Isn't it funny? You thought for a second there that the Schizo had the ascendancy by going into the clinch, and Termine just gets that awareness back, gets the head lower, and then just drives the knee. Lovely ring control from the Aussie, and if you see any of the front-on shots of him, eyes are always open, standing tall, breathing.
What? Spinning back fist. Just wore it.
Wow. He's got a chin too.
Just a showcase of technique from the Aussie Termine, and just a showcase of heart, determination, and just big nards from the Schizo.
Watermelons,
just set of big wheels on this fella. Let me tell you, he is awesome.
Two key moments, the right hand, the spinning back fist. Termine has a chin on him too.
Just got ahead of granite. As the Schizo, Termine just showcasing his skills. Will he grind him down though? He's throwing himself literally into the battle. Callum the Schizo. Sees out another round.
Round three, the Schizo, true to his form. Look, I'll point out something unique there, or a little bit different. The Schizo is having success when he tries to chop that leg.
Yeah, and he's stepping through.
Well.
He's stepping through on it off the rear, and he's stepping through on it off the lead. And let me tell you, Termine's going to need to be reaching for the ice packs after the fight. It doesn't matter how conditioned you are, that leg's going to be a little bit tender. But look at that.
It's just
that's
beautiful.
Poetry. That is poetry in motion for me. Push kick up to the head. I love it.
And how about, I hope we got the vision there. In fact, we may not have, of that spinning back fist. That was crisp as you like.
Yeah, and it caught him
from
flush.
the Schizo. And Termine has a punch imprint on the side of his head. It says tested by humans around his jawline.
Just unbelievable. Intestinal
There
fortitude.
it is.
Bang.
Great work in the truck.
Into the inside thigh. He went straight back to his game plan though. Even after getting caught plumb, he went back to his game plan of smashing that inside thigh. Just, wow, that's all I can say.
We're in awe of this man's toughness and the other Aussies' absolute flair for this sport we all love so much. Muay Thai, but cage Muay Thai, it's special, folks. Why? As we fight in a fence and we fight in little gloves.
As you do.
It's the UFC without the cuddling. That gets me in trouble every time.
Every time.
Every time. Big break on this one, being 5 by 3-minute rounds. This, of course, for the CMT 66-kilo title. Sponsored by Punch Equipment.
Seconds down.
Good gloves, these. 2 rounds to go, folks. 6 minutes if it makes it. Beck's to in cage side with Mark the Hammer Castanini, Branton Termine from Australia in the red, the Schizo.
And again, they
in the
tangle.
blue.
Yep, they tangle up straight in. Callum Schizo Nadin-Mason from New Zealand.
Doesn't roll off the tongue, I'll be honest.
It does not. But he certainly hasn't come to Brisbane to soak up some sun and get his vitamin D levels up.
No.
He's come to throw down.
It's not a visa trip, is it?
It's certainly not.
It's not.
He's come to rough up his head a little bit more.
Very nice hands on the inside there by the Kiwi as he pushed forward. Termine just wants to get his distance here
nice
again
shot.
and settle back into that fight plan that's been going so well.
Tell you what, he's not making it easy. Whatever it is, he's turning this fight into an absolute brawl. Getting a knee up to the head even.
But isn't that where Nadin-Mason wants it?
Oh,
he's not going to win.
Been dislodged.
He's not going to win a technical battle. This is where he wants it.
That's where he wants it. That's what he's just grinding away at Termine.
Amazing conditioning from both of these fighters.
Oh,
small gloves, 3-minute rounds, 5 of them.
And once again, I say it and I say it again, and I say it with, with true intention. Great matching, great matching, great matching. Fabulous work, Angie Palm, Wayne Palm, putting this one together. All the fights have been on the money, on point.
Yeah, very good. This is the first of our title fights. Just me, or is it Termine? A little bit of the zip's gotten out of him.
Yeah, Termine's probably just thinking, what do I have to do to put this guy away? He's hitting him with everything, and then just when he thinks he's gone,
There we go. There's an idea. Beautiful elbow there.
Schizo saying, what? Why am I getting a count? How tough is this Kiwi? How tough?
You could hit him with a fridge.
I tell you.
You wouldn't even care. Oh, I love watching fights like this. Price of admission every time.
Hands are low, heads high. Termine's looking to land on it.
The right-handed Termine is absolutely a homing beacon because the Schizo's getting his hands up okay, but they're dropping every now and then.
Yeah, he's got his guards a little bit getting pounded at the moment. Locks up, survival mode he goes into, the Schizo.
To his credit, that guard was pretty solid there.
I'm telling you, this guy is probably the toughest guy I've seen fight all year.
Termine has hold of him and unloads 4, 5, and 6 times.
And
there's got to be.
And he's still. How is he still on his feet?
What are you made
How
of?
is he still on his feet?
What are you made of?
Kiwi.
Oh, that'll do me.
It's just. When you look in the dictionary and you look at the word resilient, you're seeing a picture of this bloke. And if you go to tough, you probably see another picture of him.
You want to talk about fair and adequate matchmaking? I think from now on, if you have to fight Callum Schizo Nadin-Mason, you should be issued with a handgun and a taser.
Let me tell you, Callum Schizo, even though he's been battered, even though he's copped the big shots, when the ring card girl walked past him, he still give her the look up and down. He's not out of it at all. He's still checking out the ring card girls.
Do another lap.
Love his work.
Massive right hand there from Termine.
Just got clubbed, but still.
But then got up like
still on the stool.
It's a flesh wound.
Hey, what are you doing after? What are you doing after you finish carrying ring cards?
I love it.
The Schizo, the Kiwi. So,
you know, I almost said he's the sort of guy I'd like to party with.
I
don't think I could keep up with him.
We joke, but he's a tough boy. And
he's a freak, is
still
what he is.
having a crack.
But I'll tell you something.
Tell you what.
When he gets it together, his guard, Termine, is getting frustrated because he can't break it.
I think he's throwing so hard with everything. It's hard for him to balance up because he's throwing everything. He's not even trying to half throw a technique. He's just giving it his all. And that's all you can ask for. You know, everyone watching this and everyone sitting here in the stadium, these guys are doing this in all seriousness. They're doing it to put on a good show. They're doing it for obviously their camp and their own pride. But you guys are sitting there in luxury getting the benefit out of seeing these guys put their body on the line. So you've got to appreciate that. And for me, it's like win, lose, or draw. There's, the highest accolades to these guys. It's a pity there can only be one winner in a fight like this.
Well, Hammer, it has been a valiant quest, but there is still one round to go to decide
Get your money's worth.
CMT 66-kilo title holder, Branton Termine, and Callum Schizo Nadin-Mason.
Schizo is doing the true Rocky story. This is a real life Rocky story going on right here now.
If you had to fight him, you would want a handgun. That's the only way you're getting out of there with a KO on your on your record.
Just hard as nails.
I'd be checking him for electronic parts. Bit of a T1000.
But Branton, Vanilla Killer Termine, he's still just the excellence of execution. Gets pinged, and he's shown that he's deserved of a title. No matter who wins a title, they both deserve it. But Termine is showing that he's got the class, he's got the jawline, he's got the skills, spinning heel kicks, variation of techniques, straight punching, good composure, under pressure, smarts. He's got it all, the Aussie. But the Kiwi, you know, as I said, look under the dictionary, tough. You're going to see a picture of old mate right in front of you.
Just made of granite. He's just a freak. Oh, wow. How sore is he going to be tomorrow?
He is.
As I said before, it's not like he's reckless. He is actually a very good offensive fighter. But the toughness.
Oh, look at that big left hook into a straight cross. Swinging from the rafters again and again. His game plan is obviously to smash out that lead leg. And he's finishing off the punches. He's finishing with a kick. And he's starting that, and there he goes back to that inside thigh.
That was the call between rounds from Ethan Shep.
Ethan
I saw him
Shep,
calling that.
yep.
And we did talk about that earlier. And I really think someone like Callum Nadin-Mason, if he sets up to attack the leg earlier than he did from round one, he's a real chance against a lot of fighters, because you can't knock him out.
He just got caught there right on the jawline again with a rear uppercut.
Nearly a shin to the head from Termine. And this one, folks, Termine, can you believe?
I guarantee you when you talk to Termine after this fight, he's going to say, I don't know, I hit him with everything and I don't know what to do afterwards, because that's exactly what's happened. Look at that, clubbing right hand, straight left, clubbing right hands, rolling punches on the button. It's not even, they're not even not accurate. They're accurate. They're hitting the spot. Yet Callum's just still pushing forward, still absorbing whatever is thrown at him and giving it straight back.
30 seconds to go for the CMT 66 kilo title. Termine from Australia would win on anyone's scorecard. Stevie Wonder would give him the fight at this stage. But amazing stuff from Callum Schizo Nadin-Mason. You just can't count him out until someone rings that bell.
You know, he's living by the saying, as long as you're standing and punching, you've got a chance to win. And this man, you know, it's not over till it's over.
And there it is.
There it is. Laid right on the hand. Feeds him an overhand right. What a fight, folks. Stand up and pay homage to these two, because they went to war, and they went to war solidly for the duration. There was no slow starting. There was no feeling out process. They went at the same pace for the whole fight. And that is amazing. What a war. Having a look at how it went down. Once again, fight was made of highlights. Clubbing overhand right to end. And there's a finishing punch from the Schizo. The Australia versus New Zealand battles of late have been outstanding. And this one is no exception to the rule. CMT title hardware will soon be handed over. Once again, a big thanks to our major sponsors: Gasoline Alley, Harley Davidson, Gumdale Demolition, Service Squad, Punch Equipment. Coming up next, folks, Matty Bune taking on Sean Clubber Clancy. That is an Australia versus Ireland battle. But right now, the decision.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Bout number 9, the first of our CMT titles here tonight. This bout proudly brought to you by Punch Equipment. After 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. They have come back with a unanimous decision. And the CMT 66 kilogram champion from the red corner, Branton Termine.
now that you're the champ, you get to start calling people out. Is there anyone around your weight who you'd like to strap on the 4-ounce gloves with?
Not right now. After the knock to the head, I'm not going to answer those sort of questions right now. But I'll just enjoy it for now and see what happens. Still comes. Defend it in December.
He's lawyered up on me already, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, your CMT 66-kilo champion, Branton Termine. Come on over. Come on over, Universal Soldier. Holy hell, Mr. Nadin-Mason. What are you made of? Are you actually a real human?
Yeah, mate. He's the fucking. He's the. Oh, sorry. He's
It's all
the
right.
champ.
You said it now. And after what I just saw, you can say what you want, because I'm not going to say anything.
Mate, he has earned the title, Vanilla Killer. He's hard, man. I got nothing but respect for him. He come out and I haven't had a fight that hard before. Impressive. Nothing but respect.
I think everyone here was really impressed with you, and not just the heart you showed, the tenacity you showed, and the toughness you showed. Often we talk about that, and we're talking about fighters who don't really have a high skill base, where they just have heart and whatever else. You put the skills together, and I can see your coach Ethan Shep there saying, mate, with your tank and your skills, you can go places, right?
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Someone just yelled out, you're a weapon. And when you ran in, I said to Hammer, he better live up to his nickname if you're going to call yourself the Schizo. Well, I think he absolutely did, folks. Give it up for the Schizo!